But I find that when I feel really stressed out during the day, or I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, or I'm going to that place where I'm like, oh, I'll just think about these things, right? These things that I'm looking forward to. Maybe we're going to a movie that weekend. Maybe we have nowhere to go that weekend, and that is something to look forward to too, right? So happy people schedule things on their calendar that you can look forward to. You are listening to the Beyond the Classroom podcast, a podcast for burnt out teachers who know something's gotta give. After teaching for 14 years and feeling completely burned out for way too long, in May of 2022, I made a big decision and left the classroom. I now help burnt out teachers like you take back balance and joy so you can wake up every day loving your life. In this podcast, we'll explore who you are beyond the classroom, whether you're considering leaving or wanting to make changes so you can fall in love with teaching again. Either way, I understand what it's like to be living a life that looks fun and cute on the outside. You know, summer's off, playing all day, off at 2 o'clock every day, but actually feels miserable and draining. I'm your host and coach, Sandy Patterson, and I'm so excited to help you step into your fullest potential and believe in that potential to make an impact on the world, not just survive each day. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, and welcome back for another episode of the Beyond the Classroom podcast. I always say this, but I am so happy that you're here. I always am. So today we are talking all about habits of happy people. Now you can absolutely Google habits of happy people, but this is my curated list specifically for teachers and women. Actually, it's really for anybody. So I hope you enjoy this. Now, a little bit about me. I am by nature a very, very happy and positive person. So I basically just wake up happy. And I truly believe that I am so lucky. I literally believe wholeheartedly that I have everything in my life right now that I have ever wanted. And when I say that, I mean I have a healthy, happy family. I'm healthy. We have a home that we love. We have a supportive family, and we're healthy, and we're very, very lucky. And so I appreciate and I see the abundance and I see those blessings every day. So my mom is also the same way. And sometimes I will literally call her at 5 a.m. and I'm just like, good morning. We have all of this energy and we're so excited about the day. And in the morning, sometimes my husband will even tell me, he'll be like, you need to bring it down a notch. We're all just waking up and you are on a totally different level. So I'm definitely a morning person, and I am a happy person just by nature. And people used to tell me when they first met me that they thought I was super fake. And I'm sure there's probably still people that do think that, but I actually don't care. Well, I say I don't care, but I'm working on not caring, right? People pleaser, working on that. So just being honest here, because we're always honest on the Beyond the Classroom podcast. So anyways, people will ask me, how are you so positive? How are you so happy all the time? And so I've thought about this actually a lot, and I thought it would make a great podcast episode because we can all use a little happy in our lives, right? Especially when life feels really heavy and really stressful. So this is a curated list by me of 7 habits of happy people. Now remember, habits are things that happen consistently over time, not just once or twice, and then it's done. These are things that you want to be thinking about and doing them all the time. So here we go. Number 1 on the list. Happy people have things to look forward to. Now this is one of my favorite ones, and it's probably why I put it as number 1. I love having things to look forward to. Now, this can be something really big, like a vacation or something coming up that's really out of the ordinary or really big, or it can be something really small that you do every day that you're just excited about. Like for me, I know that I love that moment at the end of the day when I get home. I take my bra off and I put my sweats on, and it's just, that is like a happy time. So during the day when I'm like feeling stressed out or like, I'll take a deep breath and then I'll think about that moment, and just, it makes me feel happy and excited because I know I'm going to get through the day and then I will have that moment. Or even like going to bed at night or spending time with my family in the evening, or even when we have something special, like a special dinner, or we're going out to dinner, or a special dessert that we're having. This can be small things that you can look forward to. And it can also be big things, of course, too, like vacations or big things out of the norm. Of course, we're always looking forward to vacations, but I find that when I feel really stressed out during the day, or I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, or I'm going to that place where I'm like, oh, I'll just think about these things, right? These things that I'm looking forward to. Maybe we're going to a movie that weekend. Maybe we have nowhere to go that weekend, and that is something to look forward to too, right? So happy people schedule things on their calendar that you can look forward to. And so when you start to feel stressed, you can think about these things that you have coming up. And I promise you, you will instantly feel a sense of relief and excitement and happy. So trust me on this one, just try it. It works. And you can even, you guys know, I am a big Post-it person. I have Post-its covering my computer, my desk, my kids, my cupboards at home. Write them down on a Post-it too, so they're right in front of you, and remind yourself of them throughout the day. Number 2, happy people surround themselves with people who uplift them, not Debbie Downers. Now, as I've gotten older, I've gotten really good at recognizing and realizing how people's energy affects me. So some people are energy fillers, right? And then others are energy drainers. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Those people that drain you of your energy just by being around them for a short period of time. Like, you don't even have to be around them. You can just think of them and you're like tired, right? And then you can think of those people that you feel refreshed and uplifted and inspired by. It is so important to intentionally surround yourself with those people that uplift you and fill your cup. Now, I know I've done many episodes on this before. I know how hard it is to say no and set boundaries. I totally get it. But your energy is something that you need to protect fiercely, your time and your energy, right? So do not waste your time around people that are sucking the energy out of you, okay? Get out of it. Get out of that now. And just start to intentionally think about who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're spending time with, who you are interacting. And this could be texting. This could be, literally anybody that you interact with throughout the day. Like, you have to be intentional about this and surround yourself with those people that really inspire you and uplift you, and people that get who you are and where you want to go so they can continue to uplift you. So that's number 2. Number 3 is happy people set clear boundaries and enforce them. Now, this was episode 7. There is a whole podcast episode on how to name your boundaries, how to enforce them, how to say no. So I'll link that episode in the show notes. But like I said earlier, boundaries, of course, are easier to name and very difficult to actually enforce because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We don't want to inconvenience anyone. We will go out of our way to make sure that we are not making anybody mad or inconveniencing anyone, because that is what society tells us we should do. So you can go listen to that episode to get a little bit more about boundaries. But I know for sure that happy people enforce boundaries, but the happy doesn't come from enforcing them. Well, it kind of does, but it also comes from sticking to them over time. And these can include boundaries with yourself and boundaries with people around you. It can be boundaries with social media, boundaries with work, boundaries of how you spend your time, right? And how you are spending your energy too. Number 4, happy people practice gratitude. And I really think this is why I'm so happy. The more you recognize gratitude and abundance, the more it grows and grows. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't have bad days or I don't get upset or I don't get down, because absolutely I do. But I am able to recognize gratitude and abundance, even in situations where one might not be able to. So being able to name even just 3 things that you are grateful for every day is actually proven to make you happier, because you're paying attention to the things that are great and beautiful and special and the things that are going right instead of the negative things that might not be going your way. So what is going right? Pay attention to that. What did you accomplish today? Not what you didn't checked off your list. What did you do today? What can you be proud of? What are you thankful for? Every morning and every night before bed, even on bad days when my brain is trying to hide these things from me, I'll dig and I'll hunt for these things until I find them. And then I recognize them. Sometimes I'll journal about them. And I just let it sit and settle and know that even though I maybe had a bad day, I still have so many things to be grateful for, so many things to be thankful for. There are so many beautiful things in this life to hold on to instead of the negative parts, right? So number 4 was happy people practice gratitude. So how can you practice gratitude every day? Number 5, happy people take care of their bodies. Now, this includes getting enough sleep. It means eating healthy, and of course, getting daily movement in. These are all things that you control, and happy people make these things a priority every day. Now, the movement piece too, I know how easy it is to let these things slip through your priorities, right? It's very easy to not get enough sleep. It is very, very easy to not eat healthy, right? And it is very easy to skip that daily movement, that daily intentional movement, even if it's just 15, 20 minutes every day, right? But I also know what a huge difference these things make, and I know this firsthand. So when my youngest son was 2, and a lot of you listening are moms too. Your moms, your teachers, your women, maybe some men too. My youngest son is 6. So that means 4 years ago when he was 2 years old, I got to a point, you have babies and your body changes. I got to a point where I was just not happy with my energy levels, and I was not happy with how I felt every day. And it was because I was not sleeping right, I was not eating right, and I was not getting daily movement. And so once I started to incorporate these things into my schedule, I started to feel a lot better. So happy people take care of their bodies. This is something that you have to make a priority. You just have to do it. And again, it goes with protecting your time and protecting your energy. Do the things that are going to fill you up and energize you and make you feel better, versus doing things that maybe you don't even want to do, but you agreed to do, right? Okay, number 6, happy people schedule white space. So what is white space? White space is time in your day. And again, I know how hard this is. I totally get it. They schedule time in their day. White space is when you schedule time in your day to do nothing. Now, when I say do nothing, the first thought is like, what a waste of time. But actually, it's the flip side of that. This is one of the greatest things that you can do is give yourself space to just be with your thoughts, to regroup, to kind of clear your mind. I think of it as like a dry erase board that's maybe like throughout the day, like you're writing things on it, you're taking notes, there's scribbles, there's scrabbles, there's things crossed off, checked off, reminders. I feel like this white space for me is 10 to 15 minutes every day for me to just slowly erase that whiteboard and kind of just clear my mind and start fresh. And this is so important because I think as teachers and as moms, we get very, very caught up in the hustle and the hurry and the so many things to do and how am I ever going to fit all these things in, that it becomes consuming to us. So we need to have that space where we're just able to be, we're able to breathe, we're able to just think. And for me, this is when a lot of my really, really greatest ideas come into my brain because I have that space where I'm not requiring myself to think about anything or to multitask or to do anything at that moment. It's just me, like nothing. Just sit still, And you could sit still. If you wanted to, you could walk. So then you're getting in your movement that day too. But just making sure to schedule in a little bit of time, even if you just start with 5 minutes to just sit and be and breathe and catch your breath and recenter and realign. I call that white space. So number 6, happy people schedule white space intentionally into their day to realign. And the last one, number 7, is happy people have hobbies. Now, can you name something you love to do? Like outside of work and outside of your own kids if you have kids? I could not do this for a long time, but I can now. Now, these are just things that I love to do that are just for fun, that are just for me, nothing attached to it. So I have my own families, and we also have family hobbies too. So my own hobbies, and these are not like super exciting or super difficult, but they are reading. I love to read just for fun. I love watching TV every once in a while, right? I love when I have the time. I love taking naps too. Now that's not really a hobby, but I think that it counts because I do it for me, just for me, nobody else, right? So it's almost like, what would you do if you had however much time during the day, 20, 30, even 15 minutes in the day, and nobody was counting on you? You had no meetings, you had nothing to complete, no chores, nothing to do. What would you choose to do in that time, right? Not all of us can answer that because we are so used to pouring ourselves into other people and not taking time to slow down. This could also, I guess, be considered self-care. But I think it's more than that because it's more than like a one-time thing. Remember, these habits are things that we want to do consistently over time to feel better and to feel happier. So like I mentioned before too, we have family hobbies too that we love to take part in as a family. And our family hobbies include paddleboarding and playing baseball together and also going to the zoo. We live in San Diego, so the San Diego Zoo is like the most beautiful world famous San Diego Zoo, right? So we'll go to the zoo often and just walk around for a little bit. It's so fun. And that is also something too, going back to number 1, that I look forward to. I look forward to those hobbies that we try to get in throughout the week, and I try to get in throughout the days. So I hope that this episode spreads a little happy to you today. So which one of these habits resonates with you? I would love to hear. As you know, I absolutely love connecting with you. So to recap, your 7 habits of happy people. Happy people have things to look forward to. Number 2, happy people surround themselves with people who uplift them and support them and push them forward. Number 3, happy people set clear boundaries and enforce them. Number 4, happy people practice gratitude and appreciation and abundance. Number 5, happy people take care of their bodies. Number 6, happy people schedule white space in their day. And finally, number 7, happy people have hobbies. So until the next episode, stay happy, shine your light, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beyond the Classroom. If you know something has to change and you're ready to take the next step to make it happen, whether it's in or out of the classroom, let's talk it through together. Schedule a no-obligation chat with me and we can talk through where you're stuck, how to get you unstuck, and how to keep you moving forward. Schedule your free call today by clicking the link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you.